One of the 8 novels that I discuss is Americanah by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, which has recently been selected as the book for all New Yorkers to read together. It's a fascinating book because it's a classic global novel. It takes place in 3 different countries, Nigeria, the UK, and the US. But it falls in an interesting new genre, which I call migrant literature. In America, we're used to reading immigrant literature, books about what it means to come to America and become American. Many popular writers tell that story. Writers like Junot Diaz or Jhumpa Lahiri, in different ways, write immigrant stories. Increasingly, in a borderless world, in a globalized world, we have not immigrant stories, but migrant stories. Stories about people who cross borders not intending to stay in one place or dissolve their identity into an American identity, but to live in America and then move back home or go on to a new destination. That's what Ifemelu, the main character in Americanah, does. She comes to America from Nigeria as a student and ends up living in the US for over a decade, but in the end, she goes back to Nigeria. At the same time, we read the story about her significant other who's moved to London as an illegal immigrant, and then he also moves back to Nigeria. So this new kind of story about what it means to observe a society from a position that's both inside and outside, where you're living in the United States but not fully an American in terms of identity, is one of the most interesting new developments in the global novel.